Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Wind Waker. As you know, last episode we began the Forest Water side quest, and so there's going to be a lot of warping around and wind changing in this episode of the Let's Play. So please just bear with me and try to keep on track with all the islands we're visiting. Right now we're at Tower of the Gods. I've turned the wind to the north. We're not going into the dungeon though, we're going to be going to the quadrant above this one. So the quadrant to the north of Tower of the Gods is Western Fairy Island. It's going to be the location of the next tree after the ones at Cliff Plateau Isles and Private Oasis. Right over there. Okay, it's bright, sunny morning, and I'm ready to get another one of these trees watered, so let's take care of that right now. Oh, and by the way, I said Western Fairy Island? I meant Eastern Fairy Island. I don't know, this one feels more like the Western one to me. It only feels Western because you have Thorn Fairy Island even further east, which is like the real East Island. So confusing. But never mind that. To go after our next tree, we're going to be conducting the Ballad of Gales and warping to Great Fish Island. Now, Great Fish Island is a great... is a great place to warp to during this quest because it's actually close to quite a few of the trees. This is the first time we're going to be warping there, but we're going to eventually warp back. So, now that we've arrived here, there is a tree to find on the island itself, and besides that, I believe that we actually have a Triforce chart that will allow us to get a shard from it, from the island here. So let's cruise on over. Yeah, just like I thought, this one right there. Wow, it's so close it might as well be on dry land. Well, then we should be able to pull this one up to the grappling hook in no time at all, right? Okay, we're nearly on it. There we go. Yeah, I believe that where treasures appear, either via the Triforce chart or treasure chart, is always randomly generated each playthrough. Because I remember finding it in a very different place on my first playthrough of the game. Plus, in the second quest, the treasures are just generally moved further away from the islands, making map skills much more essential than they even were in the first place. Awesome, we have another Triforce shard. Hardly any more left to go. We're nearly there. The end is in sight, like, seriously. Pretty soon we're going to be coming down on what I could say is the last chapter of this Let's Play. Not last episode, but last big story arc. So sad. It's all coming to an end. Then again, I'm kind of glad, because this Let's Play's been going on forever. It's all because of my stupid internet that makes it take me forever to get episodes uploaded. But never mind that. We have a new tree watered. I was about to say we had a new tree uploaded. Like, uploaded is immediately the term that I use for everything now that refers to something in a positive light. Now let's think. Mother and Child Isles is where the next tree is. We could get there by sailing north, like right there. But maybe it might actually be smarter to... Hold on. Yeah, let's use the Ballad of Gales. We might be able to save time if we use the Ballad of Gales, warp to Tingle Island, change the wind from there, and then sail to Mother and Child Isles. I know it sounds like a gamble, and it might actually be taking more time by just the length of these cutscenes themselves. But I figure it's worth a try. I don't really know. I honestly hadn't thought about this part in advance. I keep most everything planned out. Here it was kind of like a fork in the road. And this is the path that I've chosen. I sound like a third boss who's like, this is the path you have chosen. It's been a pretty easy path for the most part. Because there's no hard mode hacks to this game. Waiting to happen. I will make it happen one day. Dude, we're making this happen! So now that we've warped to Tingle Island and conducted the wind to blow northwest toward Mother and Child Isles, we'll be sailing there right now. It's that little square thing on the horizon over there. Alright, we're at the little square thing. So you see the water floated down there and it's like really a sharp angle. How many times have I killed that blue choo-choo? I feel like I've killed that one more than any other in the game. Also, we had to come here a lot during the Goron trading quest. Well, that's over. Also, it's interesting to think that with each one that we're making here, it's creating a new Great Deku Tree. One day there's going to be a lot of Great Deku Trees. Like, the way that the Great Deku Tree himself describes this process, he says that eventually, in the future, if this project succeeds, there's going to be one day when all the islands are connected via trees. That would make it for a pretty interesting world map, you gotta admit. And now we're just gonna keep heading north to Star Island, where another tree is located. Fortunately, in the quadrant directly north above Mother and Child Isles. So I've worked out a very good pattern for getting the trees, as you can see. Alright, oh god, I forgot there were bombs here. Sail away! Oh, that was so close. Whoa, so close. Also, why do those barrels have the Usopp pirate marks on them? And I'm not talking about his flag, I'm talking about the ones that he has when they first meet him with those kids back in the Captain Kuro arc. Not that any of you would understand that, because you're not cool. You're so... Actually, One Piece is kind of mainstream in Japan. Actually, it is the mainstream. Like, everyone in Japan must read One Piece. It sells ridiculously well over there. Not like here. But enough about One Piece. Back to Wind Waker, which is basically One Piece in a green hat. Oh god, where's my boat? Not a time for me to be missing my boat. Why does this always happen at Star Island? I forgot where I parked my boat. Dude, where's my boat? This is horrible. Like, we're wasting so much time. I thought it was bad enough wasting time talking about Oh, there you are. I thought it was bad enough wasting time talking about One Piece. Now we're wasting time looking for a boat? Wow. That was pathetic. Alright, like I said, we're actually going to be warping back to Great Fish Island, just because that's the way that this works out. So as long as we're warping back to a place that we've been before, something I'd like to take the time out to mention is, I remember back, I think in episode 89, actually, the one before, right before we went on to Horseshoe Island and went inside the cave, I was mentioning, like, what the rest of the world in Wind Waker looks like besides the Great Sea. Now that I think about it, although Phantom Hourglass is ambiguous because it's, spoiler, might be a dream world, not really sure, at least you know that there's that continent in Spirit Tracks, that whole realm in Spirit Tracks, that becomes New Hyrule. I think that's what it was called. So yeah, that's there too. Now we're going to be sailing to an island southwest of here, cutting head to it right now. You recognize this place? This is Needle Rock Isle. We were here when we went into the cave to light the torches and hit that switch at the top of the island using the highway repair. So a lot of backtracking involved in this quest. Fortunately, now that we have this tree watered, there's only one more left to go. And conveniently enough, it's on an island that we actually haven't explored yet, if you can believe that. Yeah, those are becoming really scarce these days. It's also really cool, because once we get there and water the last tree, it can segue nicely into the next episode, where we can explore that new island. See what I did there? Very special. Oh, wait, I think I saw a treasure to pull... You know, if there's a treasure that I haven't pulled up yet here, we'll come back for it later. Because honestly, I know I didn't get Cliff Plateau Isles charted either. Where the first tree was, because fishermen take forever to find. And honestly, I think we're running low on time here for the forest water. I'm kind of getting nervous. So, to get to this next island that we haven't visited yet, I suggest warping to Southern Fairy Island. We already have the wind blowing in the right direction. So I don't think we don't need to change the wind again. That should do it. That island right over there, that awkwardly shaped one. Yeah, no, we've been there before. Never mind, Shark Island. We have charted it. We're going to be sailing there right now. Okay, I take it back. We actually have been here before. It's just we never actually got to do the main thing on this island. What that is, you'll find out next episode. For this episode, we're going to be finishing the quest right now. Before the timer ran out, we were able to successfully water all these trees. Unfortunately, until the timer runs out, we don't get our bottle back. But just look! How cool is that? It morphs into a tree, and so do all the other trees that we watered. The tree morphs into a tree. Wow, how redundant. But yeah, a slightly bigger tree with actually a face if you look carefully. So that does it for this episode. Next episode, we explore Shark Island. 2 more heart pieces to go.